In fact, they forget sometimes their relationship, their relatives also, their friends also, their friendship also. So such kind of anger is quite very dangerous. So to remove this anger, the Buddha said in Dhammapada, he said that in Pāli language, he said, Parechana vijananti maya methaya mamase echa tatha vijananti tato sammanti medaga. The meaning is, there are those who do not realize that one day we all must die. But those who do realize, this settle their quarrels, their angers, their ill will. If we think like this, if we contemplate like this, then it becomes like very easy for us to forgive and to adjust with them. Or it is like when we think in this way, we are strengthening our wisdom faculty also. We contemplate on death and we come to know about the nature of this life. Yes, we are not here for long time or forever. One day I have to go and he has to go. We all must have to go from this world one day. So if we contemplate like this, we settle our anger, we can manage our anger, we can forgive them easily. And of course, you can manage yourself, but you may not accept that what you have done, like you have forgiven to him or her, so he must do, he also do same thing as you have done. So you cannot accept like that, but you can manage your happiness and you can develop your calmness and peacefulness by contemplating like this. Likewise, the Buddha giving some more method to remove anger, to remove ill will, and to develop more calmness, more peacefulness, and to forgive other also. Some methods, like in one of the suttas called Pathama Aghata Padivinaya Sutta, Buddha given 5 methods, like whoever person who is getting anger, or you who is getting anger over you, you can radiate Maitri, you can develop Maitri, you can generate thought of loving kindness. Just now we have in our meditation we have practiced loving kindness meditation. We wish them for their happiness, for their well-being. You can generate these thoughts of Maitri. Then second method is you can generate thoughts of Karuna, compassion. Like whenever a person gets anger, what happens? He destroys his own happiness, peacefulness, high BP increase, blood pressure increase. So you can think like that, he is in great suffering. So let me wish that may he be free from such suffering, this high BP and some uncomfort, on some difficulties of the mind and body. May he be free from such difficulties. In this way you can generate Karuna. Then the third way, the Buddha said, you can just ignore. If such person you come across who is very anger over you, you just ignore. You don't have to pay attention on him or her. You just ignore. You don't pay attention to him or her. So this is the third way to develop our own calmness and happiness. And also sometimes we also promote their happiness and well-being by not quarreling, by not reacting. If we react, he or she will react in more, like they will react in a very harmful way. When we avoid to react, then it is promoting our own happiness and their well-being also. Then there is fourth way which Buddha taught, to maintain equanimity. Equanimity means like not to react. You just maintain equanimity. Whatever he says or physically doing something, you just maintain your equanimity. By maintaining equanimity of the mind, it is very useful. In the teachings of the Buddha, equanimity plays a very vital role in the practicing of dharma. Say for example, even though you are not liking to meditate, but somehow with a great pain you are managing yourself to sit to practice meditation for some time without any like reactions. Oh, I don't like, but somehow you bear the pain. You are bearing the pain without reactions. So this is equanimity. We call it equanimity without reactions. Then the fifth method which Buddha gave is to reflect on karma. If he is getting angry, it is his own karma. He is going to face the result of karma. Whatever he or she does, wholesome or unwholesome karma, he will get the result in return. Then you can also contemplate on your own deeds, karma, like whatever karma I do, wholesome or unwholesome, good or bad, I will get the results, the consequences of these actions. So like this, we can promote our well-being, our calmness, we can maintain our peacefulness, as well as we are promoting others' well-being also. So in this way, we can create very good mental state of happiness and peacefulness. And also in the family we can generate these things, because you may come across such situations, such conditions where you face some problems. By using this method, we can manage ourselves and we can maintain our calmness, our peacefulness. So the sutta which today we have discussed is all about anger, the three persons. The first person who is like drawn a line in a rock, this is first person. And second person who has drawn a line in the mud. And the third person who is like who has drawn a line in a water. Okay, so these are the these are the people we can see in this world. And the remedy, the medicine which Buddha gave us to control our anger, to maintain our anger, or to efface our anger, to make disappear our anger, or to get rid from anger, are these five methods. We can generate maitri, we can generate karuna, compassion, we can avoid, we don't have to pay attention to that angry person. The fourth, we can maintain equanimity. The fifth, we can contemplate, reflect on karma. So these are the five methods. By practicing, we can maintain our calmness, happiness, peacefulness. With this short talk, I would like to conclude here, and we wish you all the very good health, and peace of mind. May you all be happy and peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dhamma talk. I hope it helps us. Of course, we all get angry, don't we? Right? Every day we get angry, irritated. When you are driving, driving in the traffic, there is a lot of happening, right? Lot of sound. Huh? So irritating. From the morning it starts. So we are social being, right? So we have to live with the people. We can't remain without people. But when there are people, you got to have all these kind of unpleasant situation in our life, right? So anger is something that we have to manage. It's very important for us to manage the anger. You see, so different method Bhante mentioned, to be. So one of the things Buddha said is that no matter how people behave with you, no matter what people said to you, you cannot justify anger, right? You cannot say anger is good, right? If you come to the conclusion that I am angry because of this reason, so you are justifying anger, you see. But anger is, Buddha said, is not a good thing, you see. Though it comes, but we cannot accept it. We cannot justify it. So remaining calm, of course, is the solution. The different solution Bhante mentioned. Sometimes just ignore. Sometimes equanimous. Equanimous means listen from here and throw from this side. Okay. So even before anger, the irritability, right? Some things like, something like, that irritability is also something not very pleasant, because irritability will eventually turn into angry, and anger will eventually turn into hatred, right? Irritability, anger, and hatred, right? In Pāli we say kopa. Kopa means Telugu also kopam, no? In Pāli we say kopa. Kopa means irritability. Then anger, koda. Koda. In Hindi they say krodha. Then hatred, which is vera. Vera means wear. That nafrat, what we say in Hindi. So that is the problem, you see. So if people are troubling, first calm down your mind, then you say something. First just calm down your mind, and then say whatever you want to say. But if you say in an angry, emotional state of mind, then it will create more problem for yourself. And you are actually spreading that around with other people. And sometimes a long relationship is destroyed because of just one word of anger that comes through the anger, you see. So it's a very powerful emotion, but it is something that we need to overcome, you see. And sometimes people say that, oh, I just get angry, I just get angry, what to do? You realize, you accept the fact that you are angry, that you get angry all the time.
What do you do with that? You see? What do you do with that? See, for that there can be many reasons, right? Sometimes it can be due to certain situation you are in, sometimes your relationship with people, sometimes your own action, sometimes health. If your health is not good, it will prick your anger, you see. So there can be many reasons. So you have to see what is that which is making me angry, you see. So you have to work with that. You have to see what is the reason that will come, and then try to work with that. You see, if it is due to your health, you work with your health. You see, if it is due to certain people, then try to avoid. Try to avoid. If some individual is making you angry all the time, you try to, as much possible, to avoid. At least the conversation. You see, if it is your family member, what do? You can just reduce the conversation, for some time, so that you eventually, have a different relationship. You reshape your relationship with the people, with the individual. You reshape it, through this, ignoring what Bhante said. So it's sometimes ignore, or in other words, you can say ignore sounds like a negative one, but reducing, I would say reducing, you see, reducing your conversation with somebody who is making you angry, you see. You may say, no, this person is making me angry all the time. So if you feel like that, so try to reduce the conversation as much as you can. Because sometimes you will see you are obsessed with that individual. You are obsessed with that individual. You just want to talk to that individual. But then that individual makes you unhappy. So what do? You have to reduce, And this problem of attachment comes, right? So sometimes it is because of attachment also. Buddha said that, sometimes you are angry because somebody said something to some other person who is your beloved person, whom you love. You love somebody, but somebody said something to that person, so you dislike it. It's because of attachment also sometimes, you see. So anger, of course, we all do get angry, and we have to check it. We have to check it a lot, check our anger, and one of the ways is through meditation. Meditation is a scanner for anger. It scans, right? So when you sit, suddenly you remember that, you remember that person who irritated you, right? So you just be compassionate, as Bhante mentioned, compassion also is one of the way. So in compassion, what do? You also think about that person's difficulty also, Oh, he said something, she said something, maybe because he or she also has some problem. You see, you try to forgive that person by understanding that person's difficulty, from that person's point of view. You try to look at that. And sometimes you remember some of the good quality of that person. For example, you are angry to your mother or your father. So you remember, my mother gave birth to me, kept me in the womb for 9 months, gave birth to me, and then look after me, taken care of me. Remember, it's such a big deal, right? So if you remember like that, the other day one mother and son came to me, and they had the son had an anger issue. It's some 11-year-old child, and it seems the son told the mother, "I hate you." The son. So it's like, oh, why do you hate? Because the mother is kind of nagging the boy, like, oh, you don't do this, you have to do this, you are lazy, all those things. So then that time you have to remember, oh, this is my mother. I'm not liking it, but she is telling for my goodness, my welfare. And it is not just boy, even the grown-up, in our Indian culture we stay with the mother, for whole life. So you are always a child to your mother. You see? Oh, study well, okay, fine, study is done. Now work well, work is done. Now marry soon, is done, okay? Then I want a child, I want to become grandmother, grandfather. So you're like, what this all the time? You become a little bit angry, But you have to see, oh, she gave birth to my child, myself, me. So like that, something about mother, father, because you see, any other individual you can ignore. But mother, father, you cannot ignore, no? Because always there in your home. Maybe you are staying in her home. So you cannot go out of her home. And though you don't like it, but you have to understand why that person is telling me. Like that, many things in our life we don't like, right? Even meditation you may not like. When you are meditating, you may hate yourself. Why I am meditating? Why I am wasting my time? You see? But that understanding is something we need to grow. And that is the sole reason why you listen to Dharma every Sunday. Because if you listen to Dharma every Sunday, it sharpens your understanding. Otherwise, you will again roll back to your old habit. And you are a slave, you are enslaved by your own old pattern, old habit. You see? So understanding is something very important, supported by meditation and good company. You see, sometimes you also should have good company. So, so anger is always going to be there, and sometimes it is because of laziness also, right? Because you are lazy, you are not doing your work on time, so your parent, your boss, or somebody, right, will shout at you, will scold you, but it is because of your own laziness. You see, so you have to be active. You have to be not lazy. For that, you need to be physically active, mentally active. You see, so physically active. How do? You exercise. You exercise every day. It's very important. Because today all of us are just sitting in the schools, sitting in the college, sitting in the office, sitting in the home. You see, sitting. So much of sitting. So you have to stand, you have to walk, you have to exercise, because that will give us this active. We become more active. And meditate so that you become more focused in your whatever you're doing. And then you also listen to something, not just spiritual talk, any other talk that sort of motivate you, inspire you. Because this inspiration is also something that lasts for only a few days. But again, we have to regenerate the motivation, inspiration. You see, it's just like we eat every day. So in the same way, we should inspire ourselves every day. So that way, laziness can also be one of the reasons for us to get angry, you see, and stress. So we have to be very active throughout the day. So that is also one reason why. And also, one of the way of understanding is the disadvantage of anger. So you see, you will lose relationship, you will have some health issue, Bhante mentioned, BP and all those things, and you will be disturbed, and your face will be all the time like this, like a bulldog, bulldog face, Have you seen the bulldog face, like this, so it's a very, very ugly face, So, see the disadvantages of anger. So like that, we have to work with our anger, and we have to, try to, let go of anger. So one of the reason is also ego. Sometimes ego comes into our way. Why he is telling me, who am I? Like that. I'm such and such. So ego sometimes comes. So that's one of the way to, to reduce your ego, so that anger comes lesser. And one of the thing Bhante mentioned is about one day we all die. If you are hating somebody, but one day that person will also die, I will also die. So why we should be angry? So this story of these two lady, this story where one lady, she was not getting pregnant. She was not getting So the husband married another wife. She got conceived. And the first lady became a little bit jealous. So what she did, she put some poison so that the child is gone. So she did many times like this. And like that, she couldn't give birth, the second wife. And she had a lot of hatred toward the first wife. So when both of them died, one became cat. One became cat, another became chicken, hen, chicken or hen, whatever you call it. So then, this cat used to steal the egg of the chicken, like this whole life. And the next life, one became deer, deer. Another became cheetah, and it used to eat this baby of the cheetah, deer baby. This cheetah always eating all the whole of life like that. Another life, one became human being, another became a yakshini. And this yakshini is after this baby in this woman. Finally, they came, she was running, this woman, she was running, and the yakshini is coming, following her. And she just entered the monastery where the Buddha was sitting. And she just came to Buddha, please save me, this yakshini is taking my baby. And Buddha said, please calm down. See, both of you, that life when you were both wife or one husband, from that time till now, it is continuing. It's a long story of your anger. It's a very long story. So you see, when you are angry to somebody, hating somebody, you are actually bringing them in your life. And both of you, fighting not just this life, but life after life, life after life, life after life, life after life. All the time, hating each other, taking revenge on each other, retaliation, anger, destroying, killing, jealousy. So it's a hell. So you're just continuing that story. So you just end the story. Just end the story before the story begins. The story of anger that goes from life to life. Okay, so anger, there is a whole chapter on Dhammapada on anger. You can check out this book called Dhammapada, where there is a whole chapter on anger, Kodavanka. So you can check that out. So it's a very important talk today. So I hope all of you have got benefited. And before we conclude, I wish to announce that 15th of December, it is Friday, at 6:30 p.m. we have a program. We have a very special guest coming from Thailand. One senior monk is coming from Thailand. He's a very senior monk. He's actually a German citizen, but he became monk in Thailand, and very senior monk. So it's a rare opportunity for him to come to Hyderabad with this Vihara. So all of you try to come at 6:30 Friday, 15th December. Okay. So with this we conclude. I thank all of you for coming and listening and meditating. So I wish all of you good health, happiness and joy and peace. May you all be happy, healthy and peaceful. And now let us also wish for the happiness of all the beings. May all beings be happy, healthy and peaceful. Sukhi bhaveyane dukkha anicca hitacha me sukhi hunto majjata chataverino iman higama khetam he sata hunto sukhe sada tato Chakhavale sujantano sadhu sadhu. Okay, we see you next Sunday, same time.